everyone. It's Lisa Espinosa, spiritual career coach, author, and host of the podcast Soul Studio for Your Career. I'm so happy to be here with you. I am just doing a quick impromptu Facebook Live to invite you to the novena that I'm leading starting tomorrow. So this is a 9-day journey where I will, for those 9 consecutive days, I will share a short teaching. And we will also be sitting in silence together for 9 minutes. So those of you who've connected with my work before know that I'm currently writing my second book, Birthing the Priestess Within. And you can see my book cover here. I'm doing these from a different location in my home, but I was really guided to be in front of my book altar to invite you to this novena. And this practice, this Priestess Novena, is from the book that I'm writing. And it's a journey really to transform blockages, to heal burdens, to clear whatever is blocking you from fully stepping into your divine service in a way that blesses you in the process. And hello, Jessica. And this novena, the theme of it is liberating your fearless inner child. So all 9 days is going to be healing that inner child within. And why is that so important? It's important because our inner child is the part of us that has infinite faith, trust, creativity, joy, resilience. This is the phoenix child within. And I just did on Friday the Divine Teacher Awakens retreat, and I was sharing with the participants that although my logical mind didn't understand why after that offering, after talking about leadership and speaking your truth and stepping into your role as a wisdom keeper, as someone who shares wisdom with the world, why would that be followed by liberating your fearless inner child? Because our wounded inner child, the wounds that we have from the inner children within us, are the ones that have us, are often the ones that block us from fully moving forward into leadership. Our inner child within is often scared of being seen or being fully seen, of being vulnerable, and vulnerability is part of divine feminine leadership. You can't step into leadership without stepping into vulnerability. This doesn't mean you're weak. This doesn't mean that you're not protected as you do, but it means that when we agree, when we decide, when we follow the divine's marching orders to be in the spotlight, to lead, to share our medicine, to share personal stories when that's appropriate, not necessarily in the way I'm doing right now. Your leadership might look different, but whatever it looks like, your inner child has a lot to say about that. And if we are arrogant in thinking that we can't do this work, that we can do this work without healing our inner child, without doing that inner child work, we're really fooling ourselves. This doesn't mean that you have to have everything healed and perfect before you do more of your offerings, before you share your creativity with the world. Absolutely not. We don't have time to waste right now. This isn't one of those lifetimes where we get to kind of wait around till things are perfect. What's gonna make things perfect, what's gonna birth heaven on earth, or help ascend the planet, is us being courageous and committed and continuing to say yes to the guidance of our soul. And this 9-day journey is all about that, specifically about helping us to liberate any places within us where our inner child is wounded. And it's 9 days, so through those 9 days I'm going to be, actually, if you go to my Facebook page, you can see the 9 days, what the theme of each day is. One of the most important parts of our gathering together is that we, as I shared before, we get to sit in silence together for 9 minutes. Sitting in silence at the infinity point. So I'll talk about that during the novena, but please know this is not a religious gathering. This isn't connected to any one specific denomination. The divine is not limited by any one religion. This is a spiritual, sacred circle, and all lineages are welcome, and all genders are welcome. And if you're not connected to either gender, if you feel like non-binary individuals are welcome as well. So before we end, so this is just a short invitation, I want to together just sit in silence even for a minute, so you get a little preview of what we're going to be doing for these 9 days. Remember that these are recorded, so if you can't attend live, each day is at 3 o'clock, I believe is the time. My goal is that they are about 35 minutes long, each offering. They will be available, they're recorded on my Facebook page, so if you miss it live, you can always do the recording there, and there will also be on my website, lisaespinosa.net, under free resources. You don't have to do all 9 days to benefit from this journey. I absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, invite you to make that commitment. Doing a novena for 9 consecutive days together with a group of, like-minded, like-hearted individuals is so powerful. It really is. So if you can give yourself that gift, then go ahead and do that. And at the same time, if you start the novena and one of the days you miss, please don't let that be a reason for you to not rejoin us again. This is a free offering. It's really something that the Divine Mother asked me and invited me to keep doing. The last time we did was in July, and the fall equinox is going to fall on these 9 days. It's just such a perfect time to do this work, especially as we get to the end of 2020. There's so much unfolding, there's so much going on, there's so much need for us to really step into creating our legacy, as one of my teachers, dear teachers, calls it, our legacy of love. And you've already, if you're watching this, you've already been doing that. This is just like the next level. And that's why this work is so sacred and so important, because you are healing yourself as you do this process. So let's go ahead and sit in silence for 1 minute. So I'm going to look at my time here. And wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, whether you're watching this today or you're watching this in 5 years, it doesn't matter, because energy transcends time and space. So I invite you to imagine the infinity symbol. And actually, I'll show you. So this is the cover of my book that I'm writing. It's a big version of it. But you notice the infinity symbol, and notice how she's sitting on the infinity symbol. So I want to invite you to do the same. Imagine you're sitting there, and I'll talk more during the novena about why that's so important, but just know that this point is a point beyond time, right? It's a point where there's no limitation to the healing that can happen. So we're going to visualize ourselves sitting on that. I'm going to put this back. All right. And actually, for the novena, I'm going to invite you to have a candle. Here I have my Mary Magdalene candle, which is whatever candle you want. It can be any simple candle, because we're going to be lighting the candle for the 9 days. I won't do that part right now. But let's go ahead and sit for a minute in silence. I'll take the time. Imagine yourself sitting on that infinity point. And let's begin. pause about a minute. I would love for you to join me for this 9-day journey. As I said, we will be sitting together for 9 minutes, and the gathering will start with a short teaching. Then I'll guide a little kind of like relax your body in our journey, and then we'll sit for 9 minutes, and then I'll pull some oracle cards. So I would love to see you, and actually I'm going to pull a card for all of us right now. And if you receive my newsletter, if you don't receive my newsletter, I highly suggest you go to my website, sign up for it, because I will be sending more details. There's a special prayer invocation that we do on the novena that's from one of the chapters of my book. It's really helpful to have that printed out. All right, so let's see, what is the message for all of you lovely souls that are watching this? Oh my goodness. Beautiful, let's see. The amber star, let go. I surrender and allow myself to grieve. Look at her. And I just want to say about that, part of liberating our fearless inner child is allowing that healing to happen of any old grief we have, especially from childhood. And this isn't about re-traumatizing yourself or going down the rabbit hole of analyzing your childhood. There's a place for that, but that's not what this is about. This is really about allowing, giving space with such love and compassion for yourself to embrace your inner child, to let her be witnessed by you, so that whatever grief that needs to happen can happen, and then the natural joy and fearlessness that is always there can rise up. So I love this. Here we go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you on these 9 days. Go to you are on my Facebook page, but you can read all of the details of each day, what the theme is going to be, and I would love to see you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here. See ya. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Joanne. Bye.